Okay, here's one where you have to solve by taking the square root. Well, again, isolate that n. So I got to get rid of the 9, I got to get rid of the square, and I got to get rid of the plus 10. Usually when you do the PEMDAS, that's because you're trying to simplify, right? Each side individually. But once you're ready to move things around from one side of the equals to the other side of the equals, then that's when you start undoing, and you have to go backwards. So in this case, I'm ready to start moving things from one side to the other. So I'm going to start doing the undo part to solve for n. That's when you use the inverse and all that stuff. So in this case, I need to add and subtract first. So I'm not going to get rid of the 9 first, that's multiplying. I need to get rid of the 10 first, that's adding. And of course, I do it by the inverse, so the opposite of adding is subtracting. So in this case here, I get 72 positives. Now as far as the 9n squared, now I can get rid of the multiplying and dividing, so I'm going to divide by 9. That way I can get rid of those. And now I got to get rid of that square. So how do I do that? Well, you're going to do the inverse of square, and the inverse of square is square root. And of course, don't forget your prime numbers, very important. So if you're trying to break 8 down into prime numbers, your prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 17, 19, etc., etc., etc. Okay? So break it down. Boom, boom. 4 times 2. Hey, 2 is a prime number. The 4 breaks down to 2 times 2. And again, the 2 is a prime number. So this one can be rewritten as 2 times 2 times 2, or 2 squared times 2. Got it? You're trying to use a square so that you can get rid of that square root. And you can see right here that the square root and the 2, they disappear, they cancel each other out, so it leaves you only that 2 right there. That's see, this guy's canceled out, and it leaves you only the 2. Okay, so when you have inverse, they cancel each other out. And then this guy didn't have any inverse, so that stays inside, and you're pretty much done. Put the plus and minus, and your letter is N.